What happens when using mutual or circular cyclic imports in Python? In Python, what happens when two modules attempt to import each other? More generally, what happens if multiple modules attempt to import in a cycle? See also what can I do about importer cannot import name X or attribute error. Most likely due to a circular import A? For the common problem that may result and advice on how to rewrite code to avoid such imports. See why do circular imports seemingly work further up in the call stack but then raise an importer further down? For technical details on why and how the problem occurs.
There was a really good discussion on this over at complang.python last year. It answers your question pretty thoroughly. Imports are pretty straightforward really. Just remember the following: importer and from XXX import YYY are executable statements. They execute when the running program reaches that line. If a module is not in system.modules, then an import creates the new module entry in system.modules and then executes the code in the module. It does not return control to the calling module until the execution has completed. If a module does exist in system.modules, then an import simply returns that module whether or not it has completed executing. That is the reason why cyclic imports may return modules which appear to be partly empty. Finally, the executing script runs in a module named __main__. Importing the script under its own name will create a new module unrelated to __main__. Take that lot together and you shouldn't get any surprises when importing modules.
Cyclic imports terminate, but you need to be careful not to use the cyclically imported modules during module initialization. Consider the following files: a.py, b.py, If you execute a.py, you'll get the following. On the second import of b.py in the second in, the Python interpreter does not import b again, because it already exists in the module dict. If you try to access b.x from a during module initialization, you will get an attribute error. Append the following line to a.py. Then, the output is This is because modules are executed on import, and at the time b.x is accessed, the line x equals 3 has not been executed yet, which will only happen after b out.
If you do import foo inside bar.py and import bar inside foo.py, it will work fine. By the time anything actually runs, both modules will be fully loaded and will have references to each other. The problem is when instead you do from foo import abc inside bar.py and from bar import xyz inside foo.py. Because now each module requires the other module to already be imported, so that the name we are importing exists before it can be imported. Examples of working circular imports in Python 2 and Python 3. The article When Are Python Circular Imports Fatal? Gives 4 examples when circular imports are, for the reason explained above, non-fatal. Top of module, no from, Python 2 only. Top of module, from OK, relative OK, Python 3 only. Top of module, no from, no relative. Bottom of module, import attribute, not module, from OK. Top of function, from OK. Additional examples. The article cited above does not discuss star imports.
As other answers describe, this pattern is acceptable in Python, which will avoid the execution of the import statement when the file is imported by other modules. Only if there is a logical circular dependency this will fail. Most circular imports are not actually logical circular imports, but rather raise importer errors, because of the way import evaluates top-level statements of the entire file when called. These importers can almost always be avoided if you positively want your imports on top. Consider this circular import, app A, App B. From David Beasley's excellent talk modules and packages, Live and Let Die. PyCon 2015, 1 column 54 column 00. Here's a way to deal with circular imports in Python. This tries to import simplified image serializer, and if importer is raised, because it already is imported, it will pull it from the import cache. P.S. You have to read this entire post in David Beasley's voice.
Man så knappt kunne der ingen tegn.